She's remembered as a seductress, a beauty that toppled empires, the woman who brought mighty Rome to its knees. But who was the real Cleopatra? Was she truly defined by love and luxury? Or was she something far more powerful? A ruler, a strategist, a linguist, and the last hope of a dying empire. This is not the Cleopatra you saw in Hollywood. This is the truth they never told you. Welcome to History Tales, where forgotten stories from the past come alive. Today we uncover the real Cleopatra VII Philopator, the last pharaoh of Egypt. A woman whose name echoes through centuries, but whose true story is often buried under myth, movies, and male historians' interpretations. Get ready for war, betrayal, forbidden love, lost kingdoms, and political genius, all packed into the life of one extraordinary queen. Part 1. Cleopatra wasn't Egyptian? Yes. Let's start with the shocker. Cleopatra was not Egyptian. She belonged to the Ptolemaic dynasty, founded by one of Alexander the Great's generals, Ptolemy I, after Alexander's death. The Ptolemies were Macedonian Greeks who ruled Egypt for nearly 300 years. Despite living in Egypt, most Ptolemaic rulers refused to learn the local language. They spoke Greek, dressed Greek, and thought like Greeks. But Cleopatra? She broke the mold. She learned to speak Egyptian, along with up to 8 other languages, including Hebrew, Arabic, and Latin. She embraced Egyptian culture, participated in local religious ceremonies, and portrayed herself as the reincarnation of Isis, the Egyptian goddess. Why do you think Cleopatra chose to speak the native language when none of her ancestors did? Was it political, personal, or both? Let me know in the comments. Part 2. Crowned at 18, married her brother, then exiled. At just 18 years old, Cleopatra was crowned queen, but not alone. She was forced to co-rule with her 10-year-old brother Ptolemy XIII, whom she was also obligated to marry by Egyptian custom. It wasn't a fairy tale. When Caesar opened it, out stepped the exiled queen of Egypt, dazzling, clever, and ready to negotiate. The move wasn't just bold, it was brilliant. Within weeks, Caesar supported her claim to the throne. They went to war against Ptolemy XIII. After fierce battles, Cleopatra regained her crown. Her brother died in the Nile while trying to escape, and Cleopatra, she gave birth to Caesar's only known biological son, Caesarion. Do you think Cleopatra's relationship with Caesar was love or pure political genius? Comment with heart for love, car for strategy. Part 4. Cleopatra in Rome and Caesar's assassination. Cleopatra moved to Rome in 46 BCE with her son Caesarion. She lived in a luxurious villa across the Tiber. Romans were shocked and fascinated. Despite Rome's hatred of monarchies, statues of Cleopatra were placed in Caesar's temple. But everything changed on March 15, 44 BCE, the Ides of March, when Julius Caesar was assassinated by Roman senators. Cleopatra fled Rome. Her hopes of ruling alongside Caesar or having her son inherit Roman power all vanished. Now, alone again, Cleopatra turned her eyes to the next rising star in Rome, Mark Antony.
If you were Cleopatra, would you have stayed in Rome or returned to Egypt like she did? Why or why not?
Part 5. The Love and War with Mark Antony. Mark Antony, Caesar's former ally and friend, called Cleopatra to meet him in Tarsus. She arrived sailing on a golden barge, dressed as the goddess Aphrodite, flanked by servants dressed as cupids. Antony was spellbound. Their alliance was romantic, but also political. Cleopatra needed a Roman partner. Antony needed Egypt's gold and ships. They formed an empire and had 3 children together. Antony declared Caesarion as Caesar's rightful heir, crowned Cleopatra Queen of Kings, and gave her control over vast territories. Rome was outraged. Octavian, Caesar's heir, accused Antony of abandoning Rome and falling under Cleopatra's spell. In 31 BCE, the stage was set for war. the Battle of Actium, a massive naval showdown. Caesarion was captured and executed. Her name became legend, but her legacy was rewritten, often by men who feared her. Do you believe Cleopatra died from a snakebite? Or was that just a myth to make her story more dramatic? Drop your theory in the comments. Part 7. The real Cleopatra. Genius or temptress? So who was Cleopatra? She wasn't just a pretty face. She was a linguist who spoke 9 languages, diplomat who played empires against each other, naval commander who fought in sea battles, religious figure who embodied goddess worship, and a ruler who defended her kingdom until the very end. Hollywood remembers her beauty, but history should remember her brilliance. She was the last queen of Egypt, the last pharaoh, and one of the most remarkable women in history. Do you think Cleopatra is one of the most misunderstood leaders in history? Why or why not? If this deep dive into Cleopatra changed how you see her, help us change how others see history too. Like this video, it tells the platform this story matters. Comment below. Your opinion shaped the next episode. Subscribe to History Tales, where forgotten truths come to life every week. Hit the bell to never miss an untold tale.